Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this is for the week of November 25th through December 1st, 2024. I'm really sick, guys, so if I just start like snotting and it's disgusting, I apologize. But let's dive into this week. You have the card New Beginnings coming out for you. So this is really exciting, Capricorn, and I feel like we've been talking about this for so long. It really feels like for a long time, several weeks, it was all about wrapping up things in your life, tying off loose ends, getting closure, saying goodbye, shutting doors, etc. And we're finally in a place where new energies, new relationships, new stories are wanting to come in. So I'm really excited that the New Beginnings card came out for you. We also just had full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution, come out. And we have the mutable moon, nothing is yet set in stone. Wow, so very watery cards here, watery energies. The full moon in Cancer happens in your sign during Capricorn season, so that's very interesting. It feels like there are some personal wins this week, and certain issues that you've been dealing with may be finally resolved. For example, if you're really sick like me, you may be finally getting healthy this week. Or it feels very light. It doesn't feel like big issues, massive issues in your life are getting resolved. I mean, I'm sure for some of you that may be the case, but it's like little things, little annoying things. Like if there's like a leak in your house, for example, that's been going on for a long time, it's like finally it is getting fixed this week. Okay, it's something like that. So we have the card in the near future coming out from the Angel Answers deck. So I definitely get a sense of anticipation from your reading, because it feels like you feel that a lot of exciting things are going to happen in the month of December and beyond. Like you're having new exciting projects or people or developments, and it's like just excited about it. I don't know how else to put it. So that's really great. But let's see what comes through with the tarot. We have the Hermit coming out upright. Very beautiful card. Deep spiritual connection, going within yourself. I just got like a vision in my mind of, and I explained this in another reading too. I think it was Taurus's reading. It's like we all have different spaces and times of the day where we feel most connected to spirit, to universe, to ourselves. It's like our happy space. For example, for me, when I sit down here and like right before I do readings every day, I drink my coffee and I will play some like energy cleansing music, or listen to the readers that I listen to on YouTube while I do my makeup. And it's just a time where I feel really connected personally to spirit before I start doing readings for other people. I know a lot of people say like they feel most happy and connected, and like they really do a lot of thinking and stuff when they're driving their car alone, or when they go for like morning walks by themselves, or even like when they're walking their dog. Like, where do you feel most connected? I feel like this week you're spending more time there, and a lot of clarity and insights and inspiration will come through during those times. And if you don't have anywhere, or like nowhere's coming to mind for you right now, ask yourself what things do you already do that sort of gives you that energy, and maybe try doing them more this week, And I just got like an image in my mind of like somebody spending time in a garden. Like if that's your happy space, then do that. Another place where I feel really connected and inspired is when I'm cleaning my house. I know that sounds so weird, but it's like when I'm cleaning my house, I just have such clarity of mind. I don't know why. Like all of the answers I need in life come to me when I'm cleaning. So whatever that space is for you, that will give you the answers you need this week. So I definitely recommend doing more of that. We have the Six of Cups coming out in reverse here. This talks about not necessarily wanting to see a friend or family member, not necessarily wanting to be around certain individuals. So that's interesting. Actually, this is the week of Thanksgiving, isn't it? I just realized 3 signs in. At least in America, we celebrate Thanksgiving, and this is going to be an interesting time energetically. Because I feel so many people in the collective just not wanting to spend time with certain people, certain family members, certain individuals. And so 6 of Cups in reverse sort of articulates that feeling of like somebody you've known for a long time, you have connections to in a long-term way, that perhaps at one point in time you were close with them, or we're okay with them, but right now you're just like, man, I'd rather just be by myself. So some of you guys, what I'm seeing is you may be invited to something, or there could be some like long-standing tradition of like gathering with a certain group of people, and you may be deciding one of 2 things. Either A, you're just totally not going, totally not going, and instead of like just sitting in your house and being sad about that, you do something special with yourself, or B, if you do go, you treat yourself in a special way. So for example, like if you have a Thanksgiving party with family or like in-laws or something that you don't want to go to, maybe you make it special by like before that, like you and your partner or something goes out like on your own and does something very fun that day. I don't know. Very interesting messages. I'll give you a personal example. I get morbidly depressed around my birthday. I don't know why, like every year consistently. So I remember one year I was trying to bypass that feeling. So I planned the whole day out by myself, and the plan was perfect. I went to this vegan bakery in Philly to get myself a tasty treat, and I went to the beach. I did this, I did that. I planned the whole day out, so it's like I don't even have room to be sad. And it was so funny how like along the journey, along the day, the universe gave me like really funny like like instances. Like for example, I accidentally ran a red light and a police officer almost T-boned me and obviously pulled me over. Like what the heck. They laughed it off though, didn't even check my license because privilege, I guess. I don't know. And I don't know, it's just funny things like that. I see you sort of connecting with yourself and the universe in that way by like planning special things for you to do either by yourself or with like a close friend or partner. During a time where that like you might not necessarily be happy. We have the Devil coming out in reverse. Exactly. There's just a lot less patience for certain things, and it's like you're over it completely. You're unbothered. That's what I would say, Capricorn. You're unbothered. You're like, I'm gonna have a fun time no matter what. Nobody's gonna ruin my peace. So there's that. We have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. So Capricorn, a lot of you may be starting or like releasing an interesting creative project this week. Your creative inspiration feels very high right now, and you're just having an outpouring of beautiful creative ideas. I'm also seeing new love is in the air for anybody who's wanting to take that. New emotional beginnings are in the air if that's something that interests you. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse right next to that. So this is your masculine energy, and it is a little bit in a weakened position here underneath the 6 of Cups in reverse. So this could be, for example, a group of people or a person that, like I said, you have long connections to. You feel disempowered when you're with this person or when you're around these people. Like, I'll give you an example that a lot of people can relate to. This could be like family for a lot of people, where it's like maybe in your personal life you feel very confident, very strong, like your life is prosperous and good, but then you get around your family, and now obviously this isn't going to resonate for everyone. You get around your family and you feel like a child, or like very temperamental, or like short-tempered. You could be like the most zen, peaceful, monk-like person, and then when you're around this certain person or this certain group of people, you just get agitated, like you can't keep your mouth shut. It's something like that. which is so funny. Like, or even in the workplace, it's like outside of the workplace, you may be very popular, very extroverted and social, but like you and your coworkers don't get along maybe, and you just feel like this awkward shy person there. I don't know, it's something like that where it's like there's certain people or person where it's like you feel disempowered when you're around them, and you may be around them this week. I don't know, but you're sort of taking on this energy of being unbothered and enjoying it nevertheless. Like, okay, this is toxic, but as long as there's free food, I'm just gonna go vibe out in my corner, eat that free food, mind my business. And you know what? Maybe I'll get triggered, maybe it'll be weird, but that's life. And it's sort of detached. You're viewing this in a detached way, which is very healthy, I think. And then we have the 9 of Cups coming out in reverse here, right underneath that Devil in reverse. So especially if any of you have quit an addiction or some sort of lifestyle that you once really, really loved. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. You may be struggling with that a bit this week, or at this time that you're watching this, because it's like, if something gave you great joy to do and it's like you have to take that out of your life. My biggest piece of advice, if you're trying to get rid of something negative or toxic in your life, is before you even let it go, find something to replace it, so you don't just feel empty. Like, for example, when I quit drinking soda and juices, I first started drinking flavored seltzer waters, and then eventually they invented those like probiotic sodas that are very low calorie. So I started drinking those before I even quit the sodas. So it's like when I was craving like a fizzly beverage, I had an option for that, you know? When that short period of time I quit eating added sugars, I stocked my kitchen with a ton of herbal teas and dark chocolate and fruits, so that way I had something to eat when I would be having these intense sugary cravings. So it's like, it's just so much easier to let go of something when you have alternatives for you to go to. If you're going through a breakup with somebody who is your absolute world, it's like, okay, what do you have to do instead? So in that way, when you're having this urge to reach out to that person and contact them again, what are you going to do instead? You know, for example, maybe it's like, I'm gonna, instead of staying home, I'm gonna go out with a friend, or I'm gonna go to the gym, or, find a new addiction that's better for you, basically, is what it boils down to. I remember years and years and years ago when I was going through a difficult breakup, and I just couldn't. I have a bad habit of not letting people go fully. Whenever I would want to reach out to them, and like I'd be so upset, I would just be like, you know what, that's it. I'm filming a YouTube video, and I poured myself into filming and working because of that reason, and eventually I got over them. So, find something to replace what you're letting go of is what I would say this week. There's a lot of change in the air. Mutable moon, nothing is yet set in stone. We have beautiful new beginnings entering into your life right now. It feels very prosperous for you. So, life is good, honestly. Life is good. Yeah, overall, like I wouldn't even really worry about, these people or environments that make you feel out of power, because it's like, that all you need to do is go home and you'll be back in your power. Very temporary energies. So thank you for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye.